Reverend Dr. John Baptist Saldana, the manager of the school, Reverend Father Joyson Sequeira, principal of the school, Miss Benita Mascarenas and Miss Anita Thomas, the vice principals, and Mr. Ashok Pinto, vice president, and the staff, both teaching and non-teaching of the school, proud parents, and most importantly, the bright minds of Lourdes Central School. Good morning. I did not hear. I thought in a school the good morning would be louder. Good morning. Thank you very much. First of all, let me start by thanking both Father Saldana and Father Sequeira for inviting me for this momentous occasion. It is indeed a privilege to be here this morning. Father Joyson, when he made a call, he was very careful. He knew that he was talking to a professor. He said, "You can speak for just 15 to 20 minutes. Very politely he told me, because he knows what a professor can do when you give a mic to him. I was reminded of my college days, and graffitis on the desk which said, "In memory of those students who are waiting for the bell to ring." Now, celebrating achievement today is not the culmination of another academic year, but a significant milestone in your lives. Now, each person who came up to the stage represents the dedication and the hard work that you put in the last academic year. There are others who did not come up to the stage, but I'm sure that you are already looking at the place on the stage and you're working towards that in the future. I'm sure every student here is going to work hard to ensure that you make your parents proud, to make yourselves proud, to make your teachers proud, and also your school proud. Mangalore and Udupi districts are well known to have the highest pass percentages in the state of Karnataka. We also know that there are several wonderful schools that are situated in these two districts. But at the same time, we know that there are many tutorials. These tutorials pressurize students in some way or the other to score very high marks. But they do not tell you the other skills that are required to become a successful person. To become a successful person, you require other soft skills apart from just memorizing something, writing in the examination and scoring very high marks. I'm not saying memorization is not important. It is very important. But along with that, you require other skills. And this morning, I'm going to talk to you about 6 such skills that you require to possess to become a successful person. And these skills, you need to nurture them as you go along. And that is what is going to make you a successful person. I'm going to briefly tell you about what are these 6 skills. First, I talk about curiosity. Now, the curiosity is the spark of innovation. One should cultivate it because you need to have that innate desire to question, to explore, and understand the world around you. Because curiosity is the engine that drives learning far beyond classroom requirements and textbook covers. So, if you hear the name of Albert Einstein, it is synonymous with the word genius. And when he was asked, what are his special talents? You know what Einstein said? I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Because his greatest discoveries did not come by following the usual pathways, but asking questions others did not ought to ask. For example, what it would be like to ride alongside a beam of light. If you later study the theory of relativity, it is based on this particular question that he asked. Curiosity is a very powerful catalyst for growth and enrichment. I had a student who observed his father who was regularly chewing hibiscus flower. And he learned from his father that this flower was able to alleviate his heart condition and also was improving his circulation. He came up to me and asked, "What is so special about this in this flower that my father is feeling better?" And he asked this question out of curiosity. And with proper guidance and a few experiments, this boy was able to identify that the hibiscus flower had an anticoagulant property. Anticoagulant means it does not allow the blood to coagulate or to clump. So he was able to identify. This curiosity that sparked him during his undergraduate study made him continue his masters. He was not a great student. He was below average student. He later went to do his masters in Germany. He returned to India, did his PhD in ISER Trivandrum, and then he won the prestigious Humboldt Prize to do his postdoctoral research in Germany. So my dear friends, you can see an example which shows you that the curiosity that you have at your initial stage can help you to grow to be a better person. The second skill that you need to develop is critical thinking. Critical thinking is the ability to analyze information objectively, identify problems, and develop effective solutions. Today, many of you will think that artificial intelligence will solve all the problems. By the way, artificial intelligence is only going to give you lots of information, but it is you who need to analyze critically and see whether it is a solution to the problem. Don't ever think that with artificial intelligence we don't have any scope in this world. Those of you who use artificial intelligence blindly will realize very soon that you become a foolish person if you do it. For example, I get my students, since being in administration, you get several request letters. At one point in time, there were students who are not able to write one letter correctly. Today, they use artificial intelligence and they write letters to me. And what does the opening sentence say? Hope you are keeping well. It's a request letter, official request letter, but you'll never say that hope you are keeping well. So you know immediately that the person has used artificial intelligence and not used his intelligence to correct that information that is provided by the computer. So you must have heard of Malala Yousafzai. How many of you have heard of Malala Yousafzai? There are a few students who have heard of Malala Yousafzai. It was at your age, at the age of around 15 to 16, her critical thinking led her to speak out about the status quo that denied girls' education. She was able to speak out about this anomaly. She survived an assassination attempt and she eventually became the youngest Nobel laureate in the world. Why? Because she did not accept what she was told. Instead, she questioned, analyzed, and acted according to her conclusions. So, my dear friends, you can see the importance of critical thinking in today's context. The third important point is to embrace challenges. I'm not sure how many of you have heard of Arunima Sinha. Arunima Sinha was thrown out of a running train and she lost her leg. But she never gave up her passion to climb Mount Everest. She is the second female amputee in the world to climb Mount Everest and the first female amputee to do it. When somebody asked, why did you choose this difficult pathway? You know what Arunima said? Arunima said that I wanted to prove that disability is only in the mind. Disability is only in the mind. We have also heard of Abdul J. Kalam. Abdul J. Kalam came from a very humble background, from a village in Rameshwaram. His father was a boat rider and he was a local imam. They did not have enough money. So Kalam used to sell newspapers to support the family. You know, he embraced this challenge of education. He studied in St. Joseph's Trichy. Subsequently, he went on to become the Missile Man of India. All of us know about Abdul Kalam, the people's president. The brain science behind accepting challenge is quite fascinating. You know, when you are accepting such challenges, our neural networks get rewired and we become smarter. And that is why embracing challenges is an important skill that we need to develop and not to run away from it. The fourth one is adaptability and collaboration. Adjusting to situations, learning new skills and embracing new approaches is very important to be a successful person. We should not be at the comfort of being in Bangalore, saying that I will not go to Bangalore because the food habits are different in Bangalore. I wouldn't like to go to Delhi. I am scared of so many things in Delhi. If you want to be a successful person, you need to move out. You need to adapt to situations and you need to embrace the challenges that you face in such places. I like the motto of your school. It says, peace through knowledge. Peaceful existence to overcome biases of nationality, overcome biases regarding caste, creed and religion. And today in the newspapers you read also the biases regarding languages. If we are not willing to adapt and collaborate with people, we will not be a successful person. We have a great instance in front of us. All of us faced COVID. You know, in the history, it is for the first time a vaccine was developed in 1 year. How was it possible? All the scientists, all the world came together, collaborated with each other, and they did it. They did not say that you are a Palestinian, I will not collaborate with you. You are a Jew, I will not collaborate with you. You are a Pakistani, I will not collaborate with you. You are an Indian, I will not collaborate with you. All of them joined hands and solved the problem. And they developed the vaccine within a year. So my dear friends, you understand the importance of adaptability and collaboration. The fifth point that I'm making here is about resilience. Resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from failures, difficulties. In other words, bouncing back from setbacks and challenges. I'm not sure how many of you have heard of Harland Sanders. Harland Sanders, anybody has heard of Harland? No, one of them has heard. I know that everybody knows Harland Sanders. At the end of my short story, you will understand who is Harlan Sanders. You know, Harlan Sanders, at the age of 65, retired man, had a pension of just $105. But he had a very interesting recipe which he wanted to sell. This recipe was a chicken recipe which involved 11 herbs and spices. And he wanted to give it to the world. So what he did, he was trying to get a partner in business because he did not have enough money. He went around the entire US visiting places. He slept in the car trying to find a business partner to promote his chicken recipe. He would have visited 1009 business partners he would have approached, and a 1009th person said that I will support you. Today, Colonel Sanders is known as, has got over 5,200 outlets in USA, over 35,000 outlets all over the world. And you know what it is? It is KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. How many of you have not heard of Kentucky Fried Chicken? How many of you have not heard? Everybody has heard. And if you see, there is a caricature along with in the outlets, and that is of Colonel Sanders. You must have also heard of J.K. Rowling. If you have not heard of J.K. Rowling, you will have heard of Harry Potter. You know, Harry Potter, before she could publish her manuscript, she had to approach 12 different publishers before her manuscript was accepted. Today, only on royalty, she earns about $500 million. If she had given up at the first instance, she wouldn't have been famous to publish this book on Harry Potter. So, my dear friends, it is important to show resilience, to bounce back at the time of failure. And lastly, I would like to talk about time management. It's a very important skill. You know, this is the only resource which is finite. You have only 24 hours during the day. Now, to your ability to prioritize, focus, and allocate time effectively will significantly impact your academic success and overall well-being. Elon Musk, whatever you might think of him, he demonstrates extraordinary time management. You know, while building Tesla, he was simultaneously running SpaceX, neurotech company called Neuralink, and infrastructure company called the Boring Company. And what is his secret? His secret is he schedules his day in 5-minute blocks, prioritizing ruthlessly and focusing intensely on the task at hand. Now, I'm not suggesting that you also make your day in 5-minute blocks, because some of the blocks may be lost in searching for your schedule itself. So, what I tell you is that you make your own time schedule. It may be 15 minutes blocks or half an hour blocks, but that is very important to do well in life. I would like to conclude by showing you a short video. This video is about why all of us should develop this eagle mentality. Okay, I would like you to sit back, and after that, I would like to give a short information to the parents who are here, and with that I would conclude. So first, let us have a view at this video.
Don't be a parrot in life. A parrot talks way too much, but can't fly high. But an eagle is silent and has the willpower to touch the sky. Here's the 7 mentalities that we can learn from an eagle. Number 1, eagles fly alone at high altitude. Eagles don't fly with sparrows, ravens, and other small birds, meaning stay away from narrow-minded people, those that bring you down. Eagles fly with eagles. There's a saying that goes like this: people you hang around will eventually determine the person you become. Keep good company.
I think you too can rise above the challenges. Just as the eagle maintains a sharp focus on its target, you can maintain clarity about your goals despite distractions. And just as the eagle undergoes renewal, you too can reinvent yourself when necessary. To the parents and teachers who are gathered here, first of all, congratulations. I would also like to acknowledge your crucial role in nurturing the students present here. Your support creates the foundation upon which these young minds build their futures. Parents, your children need your unwavering support as well as belief in their potential, balanced with realistic expectations. They need your emotional support as they navigate the pressures of academic performance. And yes, they also need those few jokes, those embarrassing moments to build resilience. As parents, you must have taught, some of you at least would have taught your child to cycle. When we teach your child to cycle, we hold the bicycle. And then what we do, we allow the child to move on. And after some time, when the child gains balance, we allow the child to move the cycle on its own, and then we are there just behind them, always trying to guide them and reassure them that you are there for them. And after they are confident, you let them move on. Now this analogy that I'm talking about, just as a parent holds the back of the bike while their child is learning to ride, parents provide guidance, emotional support, and structure. At first, the child needs this assistance to build confidence, stability, symbolizing the role of nurturing and protective parenting. As the child gains confidence and skill, the parent slowly lets go of the bike, offering less physical support but still there to guide. Now this mirrors the transition in parenting, where over time, the parent encourages more autonomy while being present for advice and reassurance. And when the child eventually learns to ride, the parents support their child to learn, allowing them to make decisions and navigate life independently of them. These days, we get to see lots of what I call the helicopter parents. It's a new modern term. You know who are helicopter parents? Helicopter parents are those who are scared of failure of their child. They constantly maybe call up the teacher here, trying to find out how much grades they have got. And also they sometimes ensure that all the projects are done by them because they are only interested in making sure that the result is, good result is available for their child. They mean well. All these parents mean well. But what is the damage they do? These students or these sons and daughters of yours will struggle to develop independence, confidence, and the ability to solve problems on their own. So they can feel overwhelmed or frustrated, and over time, the relationship with their parents might become strained as they feel smothered or incapable of making decisions without their parents' constant input. So my dear parents, somewhere down the line, very soon, you need to let your child grow. Recently, I came to know one incident in my institution. There is this parent who lives in Dubai, and the child is studying in our institution and then stays in a flat all alone, and the parent is monitoring from the Gulf. How is she monitoring? How the parents are monitoring? They have kept CCTVs to check the movement of this parent. Check the movement of their own child. And what will the child do? The child will wait for a moment for that independence to misuse that, and then you later regret. So I want to show you a short video, and with that I stop. What is this short video about? This is about an athlete who, with lots of preparation, went for the 1992 Olympics. And you will see, it's a very short video, and you will see what happened during this event. And you see the role of the parent in this video.
soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders.
I would like to wish all the students of 10th and 12th all the best for the academic year 2025-26. And I know all of you will come out with flying colors. And once again, thank you, Father Joyce and Sequeira, for giving me this opportunity to address your students and, of course, their parents.